Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video all about my autumn winter sewing plans. I'm going to be showing you some new fabrics that I have in my stash, and then I'm also going to be talking you through how I make my project design mock-ups on Photoshop. I often get asked on my social channels how I make my project design mock-ups. In this video I'm going to be doing a demo on Photoshop to show you how I make them, and I'm going to be talking through the fabrics that I've got and then the project idea that I was thinking for it. I'll show you any kind of inspirational references that I found, and then I'll overlay the picture of the mock-up that I've made. So I thought we could start off by heading to Photoshop and showing you guys how I make the actual mock-ups themselves. It's such a great software. If you've never used it before, it's not as intimidating as it may sound. It's actually really easy to use. I've been using it since I was like a teenager, and I'm always learning new things on there. They're always introducing new features. I think you'll see from this demo just how easy it is to do this. It's such a great tool to have. So I'll leave in the description box below where you can go and download Photoshop. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Let's get straight on into it. So before I head over to Photoshop to show you how to mock up your ideas, you're first going to need to take some photos of your fabrics. So really easy to do, you just want to lay them out nice and flat. I use my phone for this, and I'll take the pictures of the fabric on my phone, and I just take it top down straight on top of the fabric, as nice and straight as possible, and as much of the fabric as possible that I can get into the frame. And you want to do that for all of your fabrics that you're obviously going to want to mock up into designs. And that's it. Because I use an iPhone, I also have a MacBook. I'm able to airdrop the pictures from my phone to my MacBook really easily, but obviously depending on what laptop you're using will determine how you send your pictures over to yourself. But you want to basically send over your pictures onto the device that you're going to be using Photoshop on. We're going to head over to Photoshop now, where I'm going to show you a demo of how I do my mock-ups, and then we can talk through the fabrics and the project ideas. When you find out how to do it in a second, you're going to absolutely love it. You're going to be mocking up all your project ideas. It's such a great visual tool to see how they're going to look. So yeah, let's head over to Photoshop. So you want to upload all of your photos of your fabrics that you took on your phone into Photoshop. And once you've added them into Photoshop, you can also open the technical drawings of the patterns. Now I usually just find these on the pattern designer's website, and you can just save them and open them into Photoshop like so. Sometimes I do a screenshot instead if they're not easy to save from the websites. And once I have access to them, a lot of the time they have like a coloured background, or you know, like a white background, and you want to remove the background of these templates, of these technical drawings. In order to do that, the best way that I found is to go onto the colour tool at the bottom left, select a kind of bright colour. I usually use green, it's just the one that I usually use, kind of green screen in mind. And then here you'll see this magnifying glass in the top right corner, and you want to search remove background, and there's this really awesome tool on Photoshop that you can just simply click, and it will remove the background for you from the technical drawing. And it's such a fantastic tool to use, really quick and simple. So once the background is removed, you want to drag it and drop it into a new canvas. To make a new canvas, you just select new, and then you insert the canvas size that you want. I've just done it 2000 by 2000 pixels, and then I resized the technical drawing to fit onto my canvas nicely, and then just clicked off of the original file so that I don't get confused between them. You then want to go back to the fabric that you are wanting to overlay onto the design, and this was the fabric that I really wanted to see mocked up as the new Craft House waistcoat. So I changed the brightness and contrast a little bit, cropped it in a little bit as well, just to make it how I wanted it. And then similar process, you're going to drag that image into the same canvas that your technical drawing is in. So just hold down the mouse, drag it in, and then it's over the top of the technical drawing. Then we can resize that fabric image to fit over the technical drawing, and kind of roughly want to resize it to how it would look as an actual garment. So I just do this by eye. And on the right here you can see that we have layers, and you'll see the layer for the technical drawing and the layer for the fabric image. You're going to hold down Option and then click, and that creates what is known as a clipping mask on top of the technical drawing. And because you remove the background, it literally cuts it to the shape of the technical drawing. It's such a handy little feature. And in order to see the line work of the technical drawing, you want to select this tool here, drop it down and select multiply. And what that does is it just brings that black line work forward so that you can still see the technical drawing details, and that's pretty much it. And because I like to share these on my Instagram, I also like to change the background colour to a colour that is kind of on brand for me. So I just use this kind of neutral, kind of nudie colour background, but obviously you can choose whatever colour background you like. And then I like to merge the two layers together. So I highlight over the layers, I make sure that it's centralised, and then I will just right click and merge layers. And once I've done that, you can just save your image as a JPEG. That's the best one that I like to save it as. And that's how I make my project design mockups. And I thought I would share a few other helpful tips as well if you are making your own mockups. So another one that is really handy to know, when you remove the background of some of the technical drawings, you'll find that it removes like the black outline. You can sort of double click or right click and press stroke and add a black stroke around the actual technical drawing. So if that ever happens to you, you know you can just add the stroke back in. And then the same process as before, you drag the fabric that you want over the top, create a clipping mask, and then make sure to select multiply so that you can see all of the black line work details. So that's another one that I've made. And then here is also the dungarees that I've made as well. Similar process, dragging the technical drawing into a new canvas, dragging over the top the fabric that I want to see it mocked up in, and then creating a clipping mask on top. So it's very, very straightforward and simple to do, and I think it just looks really fantastic. It's such a great way to visualize your project. Another thing I like to do sometimes if I'm creating a sewing hack of a pattern is I will do the same process of creating a clipping mask and mock up the design, and then I can add other details to it. So for this project I wanted to add some embroidery detail to the sleeve, and I literally just created a new layer. And once I created a new layer, I used the pen tool and changed the colour to black. And then I drew with my trackpad some little leaf details to the sleeve to kind of give the impression of embroidery. And once I was happy with that, I also wanted to make the collar slightly bigger, because with this particular project, I'll go into detail in a minute when I talk through the fabrics, but I really love the idea of doing a double collar. And so that way I was able to kind of visualize how that would look. And then I went back to the technical drawing and rubbed out some original line work to kind of see how that would actually look as well. And yeah, really simple process. Just goes to show that you can sort of add elements in as well to kind of see what your design ideas are going to look like. Last but not least, I wanted to show you a patchwork design. So very similar process, creating a clipping mask, but you want to cut around each individual section. So you create the clipping mask first, and then you can kind of see what shape of the technical drawing you need to cut from the fabric image. I use this tool on the left, which is called the polygonal lasso tool, to cut out sections of the fabric image that I need, place it onto the technical drawing where I want it. You can see here again me sort of cutting around using that lasso tool, and I copy and paste it and then delete the original fabric image out so that I can use just the sections that I want. And then that way I can visualize how a patchwork garment is going to look. I think it's such a fun way to kind of see how different fabrics would work together. So now you've seen how I do my mock-ups on Photoshop, I'm going to show you some of the fabrics that I've got on my stash and talk through the project ideas in a little bit more detail. The first fabric that I want to show you is this needle cord. I got this from Textile Express last year and it's been in my stash obviously for a year now. I cannot wait to make it into something, and I was thinking it would be really cute to make a needle cord pair of dungarees. So something like the Tilly and the Buttons Erin dungarees, I absolutely love those, and I think in this needle cord it would work really well for autumn winter and a great layering piece. So I'll upload the picture of the mock-up that I put together so you can kind of see the visual representation of what that will look like. I think it's so cute, and yeah, I cannot wait to put this together and to see it made up. The next fabric I want to show you is this gorgeous denim. I've had this in my stash since last year as well, and originally I was going to make a new Craft House everyday jeans, but jeans kind of scare me a little bit because I've never made them before, and I really want to make something, you know, that I can wear lots and lots, that is like a good layering piece as well. So I was thinking either making the Friday Pattern Company Bernadette skirt, and then also the Tilly and the Buttons olive dress, which is from her Make It Simple book. So yeah, I'm not too sure what one to go with. You'll have to let me know in the comments. And that is the great thing about making project design mock-ups on Photoshop, is now I can see between the two which one I prefer and which one I want to make. The next fabric is this really gorgeous black seersucker gingham. This is from Rainbow Fabrics. A lot of my fabrics are from Rainbow Fabrics, as you'll soon see, and I've had this in my stash since spring and I've been wondering what to make with it. And as we're heading into autumn winter, I kind of want more like statement blouses that I can just throw on with jeans. So I thought this would be really cool as a Butano button up, which is a Friday Pattern Company shirt pattern. It's actually this one that I'm wearing here. And I've been seeing some really cool examples with like double collars. I'll upload a picture of a reference that I've seen. I really love the look of this kind of style of blouse, so I was thinking I could do something with this in as the Butano button up, with double collar kind of sewing hack, and then adding some embroidery to the sleeve, which would be really cute. So the next fabric is this sort of cottony fabric, again from Rainbow Fabrics, and I love the fact it was like a grid pattern. I thought it was really cool and quite an easy one to turn into some form of like quilted project, which made me think of the gorgeous quilted waistcoats that you see on Damson Madder. Lots of brands have them now, but I love the idea of like an oversized, maybe slightly longer one with like a waist belt or something like that. I love that style, and I thought this would be really cool made with the new Craft House everyday waistcoat, and maybe just modifying it a little bit to lengthen it. I did a mock-up of it as well, so you can kind of see that, but I just think that would be such a great project. The next fabric is this really gorgeous embroidered fabric. I'll do a little close-up of this one. It's so pretty. And so this is all embroidered flowers. And again, I was going to make this in spring summer. This is from Rainbow Fabrics as well. And I wanted to make a kind of like robe style of like tie-up top or something. But I actually decided I think this would make just a really cute top with the everyday top and dress pattern by New Craft House. I think that would be really cute. Next up, I have these block printed fabrics. Oh my goodness, these are so gorgeous. They're cotton, I think, but they are so beautiful. And I got two different ones here, and I thought what would be quite nice is making like a kind of like a patchwork dress with both of them together, and then having fun with the placement of the stripe. And I've been really wanting to make the Veronica Tucker hazel dress for so long, and I feel like this would make a really great pairing for that dress. I just feel like it would be really cute. I'll obviously leave the mock-up here so you can see what that would look like. But yeah, I love these fabrics. It'd be a great statement dress for autumn winter that I could layer over tights and boots, or obviously with cardigans and stuff. So the last fabric I want to show you is this leopard print viscose fabric, again from Rainbow Fabrics, and I absolutely love it. It's already cut out this project. I did do a mock-up as well so you can see how it's going to hopefully look. But I want to make the saguaro set pants from Friday Pattern Company. I absolutely love that pattern. I've made it so many times. There's such a great sort of throw-on pattern for everyday kind of wear, but I'm just really loving the leopard print, animal print trend, especially animal print trousers, so I feel like I'll get a lot of wear out of these. So that is it. I really hope you enjoyed seeing my autumn winter sewing plans and having a look at my fabrics, and also getting to see how I make my project design mock-ups on Photoshop. It's a fantastic piece of software. If you haven't already got it, then I highly recommend. It's just fabulous for anyone who is a creative, a designer. And stay tuned, because I have another video coming where I'm going to be making a print and I will tell you more in that video, so make sure to stay tuned for that one. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Anything I've mentioned will be in the description box below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!